Good morning everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Lisa, and if you are coming back, then thank you so much for doing so. So this is going to be a get ready with me video. So I'm going to go through what products I'm using at the moment on my skin. And while we're getting ready together, I thought I would go through loads of updates. So there's going to be some updates to do with my channel. I'm going to go into like my work life kind of balance at the moment. There isn't any. And I'm also going to update you on something huge about our whole move to Florida. A massive update, and then also I'm going to let you know what the sex of my daughter's baby is. Yeah, we found out a couple of weeks ago, and I've not really had a chance to kind of update and let any of you know. But yeah, let's start getting ready, and I'm going to start running into what's been going on behind the scenes. So I am going to go in first of all with my Milk, I think it's, a Glow Primer. Bought that in Florida, and then I'm also going to put on a bit of Glotion, I think. Let's see how the Milk is. So just recently I have been working loads and loads and loads of extra shifts. Basically, the company that I work for, lots of people have had to take holidays before the end of April, which has obviously meant that we've been short-staffed, and willingly I've picked up loads of extra shifts because obviously it means extra money, and who doesn't need extra money? So it's meant that I've been working really, really long shifts, like sometimes 9-hour shifts, and it's full on, really full on. It's the hardest labour job I've ever done in my life. It's taking a toll on my body. My body at the moment is wrecked. I mean wrecked. My back is in pieces, absolute pieces. And I don't really feel like I've got time for much else. It's currently Sunday, and I'm filming this for this to go up tonight. Cutting it a bit fine, but it's literally the only chance I've had to film. It's just manic, and some shifts I've worked till 7:30. I've got about an hour commute home, sometimes 45 minutes, depending on like traffic. I suppose like a later shift, probably the traffic isn't anywhere near as bad, but obviously I've got my walk back to the car park. So maybe 7:30 shift, probably about 45 minutes. Any other shift, it's a good hour to get back. The traffic is crazy, plus obviously my walk back to the car park. And then some I've had an 8:30 start. So I don't get back till 8:30. Then obviously I need to have a bath, sometimes obviously wash my hair, and then I'm back up again. And I have to leave, I'd say about an hour and a half earlier than my shift, mainly because of the morning traffic. It's horrific. So yeah, it's been full on, but it's been amazing to pick up these extra shifts, because I don't know how long it will last. I did take on a new role within the company, so I'm now a key holder. What did I just drop? It's not great dropping anything because my back is wrecked and I struggled to even put on my own socks yesterday. So to drop something isn't great. Oh. Ow. Yeah, I'm now a key holder. So I open, close sometimes, and a few extra responsibilities. So my hours have increased. I think my contracted hours are something like 21 and a half. And then obviously, yeah, I've been picking up shifts. I've been working like full-time hours for the last, I don't know actually, fair few weeks, maybe even, it's got to be over a month now. But obviously it's more money. And with our whole move to Florida, I'm trying to save as much money as possible. Really need it. So yeah, I've taken a new role. So I feel over the last so many weeks, my videos have been a little bit all over the place, and I've put a few posts out saying I can't make there'll be no upload on a certain date. So I think the main update with my channel is moving forward for the foreseeable. I think I'm just going to have to upload whenever I can. I'm still going to try and keep to Thursday and Sunday uploads. But what I'm saying is that that's me trying. If there's videos all over the place, then there's videos all over the place. I'm going to have to do it as and when I can. Because unfortunately, YouTube does not pay a lot. Not to me anyway. And my main priority at the moment is to make as much money as possible. I'm just realising I'm not actually showing you what products I'm using. I'll go back and I'll show you. So yeah, moving forward, I'm not going to commit to a specific dates. I'm going to try and keep to that schedule, but if I can't, don't be surprised if you don't see a video at that time and date and it comes up at another time. Right, let me just quickly run through. So I used the L'Oreal Glotion. I used the Milk, which I've already showed you, and then I used this LA Colours Conceal Correct. I bought that in America from Dollar Tree and I absolutely love it. It's kind of like, it gives a luminous sort of shine underneath your eyes, which is meant to help disguise bags. I feel it really works. So that, and then I've got my Fenty Beauty concealer, which I absolutely love. Again, I bought that in America, but I noticed that I don't go into Boots very often, but I saw that Boots sell Fenty Beauty, which is really good, and they also sell the Milk products. So if you wanted to get hold of anything, then yeah, Boots you can probably get quite a bit from. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury, get it out, airbrush. I use this over the top to kind of set my makeup, take off a bit of sheen. Love this, and as you can see, starting to develop a hole, which freaks me out. That I bought in America, don't know, a couple of years ago. And then next I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury, what's it called? Film Star Bronze and Glow. Now this is freaking me out because I use this loads and there isn't loads left of the bronzer part. But yeah, love this. I don't really do contouring like to the point where you can really see it, but I do feel it like does help. So I've been doing that for quite a while now actually, but it's not like some solid line that a lot of people have. It's more kind of blended in, subtle. And I put it quite high actually, just to give a bit of, can you see? A bit of definition. And then I'm not doing very well out here, am I? That's now the second time I've dropped something and oh my gosh, it kills. Oh. Okay. And then just put a little bit at the sides. And again, quite high up. And then I always put a little bit along the jawline and drag it down, trying to disguise the double chin. And then the highlighter, literally, not that I really need it because I've used so many glowy products, but I do love a glowy look. Like that is my makeup to a T. And then, this is probably why I've been using so much of this. I've been using this as an eyeshadow. I think it's a really lovely, like subtle colour. I don't really wear a lot of makeup, so I like everything to be like really natural. It doesn't really make loads of a difference, just very, can you see, really slightly. I shouldn't really, I've wandered off from my conversation now to my products and I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so about uploads, so that's that with the uploads. I do absolutely love my job. I work with an amazing team of people and yeah, it's just so relaxed and like happy. We have a laugh, can have some banter with people. I just love it. Anyway, so that's the job thing. Okay, so update with Florida. So we had our house on with an agent that we put on, I think it was either the end of September or October. So the agent we put it on with is a agent that sells very expensive homes, like we're going up into the millions. And at first we thought that that would be a really good thing for, let me just turn you a bit, that's better. We thought it would be a really good thing for us. But then down the line, when you think about it, little old us, I don't know, I think we were little fish in a big pond, put it that way. I don't think the priority was with us. We don't really see what on earth they were doing the whole time. We had one viewing and they ended up being time wasters, and I do wonder whether they just pulled them in to make it look good on their end. I don't know, but one viewing, which was at a time wasters because they came back saying that they didn't even want to live in the area we live in. So why they came to view it, I don't know. So we gave 28 days notice, probably about 5 weeks ago now. Yes, the new agent went live a week today. So we gave our notice 5 weeks ago, and then you have to give 28 days notice. So the new agent put it on last Sunday. Within 48 hours, we had 3 viewings booked. We have lowered the price a little bit, so obviously that would have helped. And the first people that came to view it, we did offers over. We got 5,000 over the base price. I'm just going to go in, fill in my eyebrows a bit now because I really need them tattooed again. They're so faded and I'm having to fill them in at the moment. If you want to know what I'm using this number 7, it's like powder. I really like it, actually. I bought it recently. I'm saying a lot, and I hate it when I go back and edit videos. And I find myself saying every 2 seconds. So, within 48 hours it was sold. To say that panic set in between me and my husband is an understatement, like an actual understatement. Before we sold it, I was having mini meltdowns. And then when we sold it, my husband started having his little meltdown. So the first night we sold it, he didn't sleep at all. And then the realisation started to kick in. And I think my main worry is that when we move out this house, we have nowhere to live, which is, amazing. So the agent is saying at the moment, house selling, the whole process is around 4 months. So that's going to be 4 months. We've started the paperwork for the visa process. And then I'm presuming when we have sold our house and we've moved out, then the other part can start. So 3 months, 4 months, but it could be less, I guess. We could be out of here. We have no home. Now, the visa process will probably only take around 3 months. I'd say around 3 months. It seems to be, by what I've seen of other people that have done it or have just done it, it seems to be quite quick at the moment. So a lot of rentals in the UK is minimum of 6 months, and we've got 4 cats. So, and I don't think we really want a rental, to be honest with you, because it's setting everything up again, like broadband, phone, TV, all those sorts of things. So we're more thinking an Airbnb. But if you start putting in like a long term with Airbnb for like 3 months, the price goes up loads. And obviously, we want to try and keep to our monthly expenditure at the moment of mortgage and bills. So I think at the moment, calculated that mortgage and bills is just under 2,000 a month. So we kind of want to keep an Airbnb for that price. Now, there's a few problems. Firstly, we're probably going to be hitting 6-week holidays, which isn't great because I think anywhere bumps up the price. So there's that issue. And then for what we want to pay, a lot of it is quite small properties or really out of the way. And it's not really ideal. So I'm thinking of a few things, maybe putting out a post on like Facebook or something, asking if anybody has like any Airbnbs, because if we're renting it out for like 3 months. It gives that person a guaranteed income for 3 months. But anyway, that is the major stressy at the moment. The fact we're going to have nowhere to live. Now, we do have, like I said, like 4 months, hopefully, to get this sorted out. Second stressy thing is this house. So I think my husband said to revisit shipping some of our stuff out, because we decided we weren't going to do that. But the enormity of trying to condense down this house, get rid of 98% of this house is a tall order. So shipping it would be a lot less hassle and a lot easier for us. So I think we're going to revisit that again. But yeah, I'd say shit. I say shit hit the fan. It didn't hit the fan, but it felt like it hit the fan. All of a sudden, the whole thing became massively, massively real. And thinking of everything that we need to do in this process is very, very overwhelming, to say the least. So we've got all of that going on in the background as well. Plus, obviously, I'm knackered with work and it just feels a lot at the moment. And then I am, and always have been, a people pleaser. So I don't want to let anyone down. And I'm not earning a lot at all off YouTube at the moment. But I still want to produce content for me, but also for you. I love filming. It's just, I feel just lately it's almost turned into like a little bit of a chore, because there isn't the time to do it. Not a chore like as in I don't want to do it. I do. I love it. I love all of it. It's just feels like a lot thinking of content than finding the time to film content. The pressure of wanting to upload like quality content as well, like, you know, not rubbish. So it's a lot, and I'm doing my best. That's all I can say, is I'm trying to do my best in all aspects. But I know over the next sort of like 3 to 4 months, my life is going to be very, very crazy. I'm hoping that after everyone has kind of taken their holidays, that my job settles down a little bit, because I really do need the time to be trying to sort out this house, sell loads of stuff as well. So yeah, there's a lot going on. And I'm only human, and I'm not crying, by the way. My eye keeps watering. I always get this. Before I apply mascara, I get one eye that starts watering and it balls up my whole mascara. I'll just quickly show you what I'm using. I'm using this, which I bought from Boots, a Colossal. Now, I went in trying to find the one that's like this, but in black. I think it's called Over the Top, because I bought that from Home Bargains, because occasionally they stock it. They haven't stocked it in months, and I was so stupidly low. And nowhere seems to sell that exact one anymore. So I bought this, but then didn't really realise it was waterproof, because it's such small print and my eyesight is so bad. I don't really like waterproof mascaras. I don't know, I just don't. And they're a nightmare to kind of get off. So I'm just going to do my mascara now. So yeah, a lot going on, and I'm only human. It feels incredibly overwhelming. And then you have these periods of like panic, thinking, oh my God, are we doing the right thing? It's going to be really hard. How am I going to cope? keep going through all these things, and it is, I know every step is going to be hard. At the moment, we plan for my husband to come out for a month. So I can get mascara everywhere, and I hate that, and then it's really hard to get off because it is waterproof. At the moment our plan is for my husband to come out for the first month while we kind of get a house, get settled. If he can take a little bit more off than that, then great. Come out for a month, try and get all the bits sorted that we need to get sorted, and then he will return to the UK and then carry on with his job for, I don't know, a couple of months. So, and his plan is to live with his parents, so obviously a little bit of money for food, but he'll be transferring money over if we need it, because obviously we're going to be not starting up, but taking over somebody else's business, which our plan at the moment is a cleaning business. We've got a guy that's sorting out our visas, and he really recommends like a cleaning business. So yeah, my husband will have a guaranteed income for a couple of months. He'll obviously return to the UK, also try and save as much money as possible. Probably keep the Tesla running for a while as well, because we thought that after 2 years we could just like hand it back, but it's actually not that easy. We were under the impression that you can hand it back after 2 years of the finance agreement, but that isn't actually the case. You need to have made half the payments. So if we keep that going, then yeah, hopefully we'll be closer to not needing to pay off some like giant chunk. We'll have to see. But yeah, it's going to be quite overwhelming, and I know that when I'm out there with the kids and my husband returns home, I know it's going to be really, really hard, especially on me, because I'm going to be trying to run a business. I'm still going to have 2 kids, obviously. Well, I say kids, Ethan's 22, but he's still my child to me. So yeah, not to mention, finding my feet. Obviously I've been to Florida lots of times, but I've only ever actually driven once. So finding my feet with finding properties that I need to clean, or offices, whatever it is. I need to get a cotton bud to try and get rid of that. Hold on 2 seconds. Oh gosh. Yeah, obviously it's going to be a lot. It'd be a lot for anybody, and it does scare me. It scares me a lot. My husband's been listening to like loads of podcasts at the moment. Apparently, I can't remember exactly, because he tells me a lot of things and I tend to forget about a lot of them, to be fair. Oh, see, this isn't coming off, and I can't find. I've got a pot of like makeup remover that I normally dip this in and it gets rid of it, and I can't find it. You can't really see on the viewfinder. Sorry, you can't really see in the camera. It's me, it's looking in the viewfinder. But I can see in the mirror. I don't like it. Yeah, apparently the wages over the last, I can't remember how many years it is, it's not a lot, in America have risen by like 70%. Like, people's earnings have raised by like 70%. That is just crazy. Apparently their economy is like rising through the roof, which is obviously good for us. I'm just going to put a bit more of this on because I think I've got rid of some of it. But yeah, it's going to be tough. Let's put it that way. But somebody said a saying to me, and I now can't remember who it was, and I'm gutted because it was such a good saying. Somebody said to me that nobody gets to sip no, hang on, let me get this right. Something along the lines of, you don't get to sip champagne unless you've taken risks in life. And I don't know why that's really stayed with me. I love that saying. Never actually thought about it like that before. Obviously, anyone can drink champagne, but you know what? Kind of like the basic saying is behind it. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like that saying, and it stayed with me quite a lot. I'm sure everything will be fine. It just feels a lot when you're constantly thinking about it. What is coming up? And then when you're going from, you know, like a really nice house, a nice area, a settled life. My husband's on a really good wage. With all my overtime, I'm on a fairly good wage. Yeah, you do have these panicked moments of thinking, oh my God, like, what are we doing? But to be honest with you, I think that's just completely normal, and surely anyone that's making this move would feel like that. If there is anyone watching this and is doing the move or has done the move, please comment and let me know that what I'm feeling is normal, because yeah, it would help how I'm feeling. But yeah, so that's all of that been going on. So hopefully you can understand behind the background, I am just, yeah, I'm like a little swan swimming on a lake, looking, you know, all graceful on top of the water, but I am paddling my ass off underneath that water. That is me at the moment. It literally couldn't be further from the truth. So yeah, hopefully we will be moving to Florida in around 7-8 months, which is crazy. Time wise, I kind of think that it could be a really good time. The most amount of discounts that any builder gives is around Christmas time, and hopefully we'll be moving before Christmas, but hopefully we can snag like a really, really good bargain as well, because I know at that point they kind of want to get rid of any inventory that they have. So okay, and then the next update, so a couple of weeks ago, I'd say, yeah, maybe a couple of weeks ago, my daughter had booked in for a private gender scan because she wanted to know the gender. Now, this whole time I've been like 1,000% convinced it's a boy. Also, the way it's always gone in kind of my family has always been, well, not always, but I don't know, my dad always told me that it was always girl, boy. And with me, it went girl, boy. And I don't think it was just that. I think it was the fact that Megs was quite sick with Esme, and she didn't really have that this time. Yeah, she was absolutely fine. I think she had one bout of a day. Somebody's car alarm's going off. She had one bout of one day, I think, where she was really sick, got given anti-sickness tablets, all went. So I think based on those kind of facts, that was me thinking 100%, you know, this is a boy. So me and my husband went to Waitrose before I started work for a little bit of like lunch just before my shift. We sometimes do like little dates like that. And she rang me, we were in the line, and she said, right, I know. She said, right, I want your last thoughts of what you think it is. So I was like, 1,000% boy. Dad, what do you think? Yeah, 100% boy. And then she was like, it's a girl. And I was like, no, it's not, you're joking. No, it's a girl. And do you know what? We're still over 2 weeks later, and I'm still in shock. Still in utter dismay. I've even bought a few girly bits. Yeah, my head's still like, I don't know, I'm still in utter shock. I cannot believe it's a girl, because I never, ever, ever thought for 1 minute it would be a girl. So I'm just still in utter shock. And yeah, it's mad, absolutely mad. It'd be very funny if its bits and pieces were like hidden away and it's actually a boy. That would be really funny. But she said, looking at the scan it looks exactly the same as Esme's. So yeah, it's a girl. So exciting. Can't believe I am going to be a girl granny ×2. It's utter madness. So the baby is due near the end of August, and Megs desperately wants me to be her birthing partner again. I was her birthing partner with Esme. Absolutely loved it. Such an honour, an absolute honour, and it's so lovely. Obviously, I've birthed 3 children of my own. To see it from the other side is just amazing and magical. And I think when you have had children, it just puts you in that, like, I don't know, like element that you can it's like you know what to say, you know what that person would be feeling at that time, you know what words of encouragement to say, what they might need at that time. And Meg says I was amazing at Esme's birth, and I guess that's why she wants me again. She was just like, Mum, I can't do it without you. And I was like, don't be silly, of course you can. But I said that not because I don't want to be there again. I 1,000,000% do. I'm so excited. I more said it because she did amazing at Esme's birth. Like, yeah, amazing. So, so proud. But yeah, so I will now obviously be here for this little one's birth, which is just amazing. And to obviously, like, you know, help out, which will be absolutely fantastic. I don't know how it's going to work with work. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to work at all, but we'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Because obviously nobody ever knows when they're going to go into labour, do they? But yeah, I'll be very privileged to be there at this birth as well. I'm so excited. Yeah, love it. So yeah, that is like massive, massive news. And like I said, we're weeks down the line, I'm still in shock. But yeah, can't wait. So there is so much happening this year. I keep looking and thinking, you're going to think, what is that black blob? It has moved quite a few times. So hopefully you've worked out it is a cat. It's Jasper asleep on the end of my bed. Yeah, there's so much going on and so much to do in literally so many months. It's really scary and really overwhelming. Hopefully we work out we can afford to ship some of our stuff. I really hope that we can factor that in somewhere, because I feel like that would take off so much pressure of being able to take some things with us. I would really love to take this bed. I love this bed. I think we've already discussed there is no point in taking mattresses at all. It's a shame because this mattress is fairly new and it's a really good quality mattress. But when we get there, we're going to need something to sleep on. So we're going to have to buy mattresses. It's an utter waste of time taking mattresses, or unless if there is enough room, I do take this mattress, and then whatever mattress I sleep on could be used for spare room. I don't know. We'll have to work that out, I guess. But yeah, I would really love to take this bed because I do really love it, and it isn't that old. I'd also really like to take our sofas because they cost a lot of money. I'm still paying them off through, who is it? It's not DFS, it's the other one. I can't think. My brain's frazzled. But yeah, I'm still paying those off. So obviously they'll need to be cleared before we go, but I will no way get anywhere near what I paid for them. I think those sofas were like £2,500, and I bet you someone on Facebook is only willing to pay like a couple of £100, and I'm just not doing it. So I would really love to take those as well. But anyway, we're going to have to look into finances, revisit costing for shipping as well. But that would take a lot of pressure off, because it wouldn't be looking at this house and thinking every single thing has got to go. Now, the people that are buying this, we are leaving the big American fridge freezer, which that I think was like £1,800. Again, we've not had that long. We're leaving the TV in the living room, the TV in like the kitchen dining area. We're leaving the washing machine, the tumble dryer, and then we basically said in our listing that anything else was for sale. So they came round again to look to potentially seeing what they wanted to buy furniture-wise. That was how it was worded. Then they come round, and then the feedback from the agent was not willing to pay for anything because they've paid $5,000 over asking price. Well, it isn't asking price because it was offers over that amount. So that is the expectation straight away. So and then it came back was that they are more than willing to have anything left downstairs that we don't want to take with us for free, but they don't want anything upstairs. So they want everything cleared upstairs. And I was just like, are you actually joking? Let me know what you think. I think that's really rude. That basically the way they see it is they've paid $5,000 over what they should have paid, and why should they have to pay for any furniture, and like they feel that they should just get it for free? Absolutely not. So I feel like I've dug my heels in a bit now, and I've said to my husband, I was actually willing to leave a few decorative things, curtains, stuff like that. Now I just think, sod you, no. Like, I just think that's not a very nice attitude to have, considering also you booked an appointment, another viewing, to come round and choose what furniture you wanted, to then turn around and say, yeah, we'll have anything from downstairs, but we're not paying. Yeah. I did receive an email from the agent yesterday, and I physically had to stop myself from replying because I felt furiated when I read his email. I don't know. To just have the expectation that, yeah, anything you want, please leave it, but we want it for free. But by the way, anything upstairs, no, we don't want, we're not interested. I just was like, wow. So yeah, now I don't want to leave anything. I was being Mrs. Nice before. Now I just think, sod you. And I'm also peed off for myself, the fact that we're leaving so much. Obviously we have to now because it was in the listing, but they're getting so much, like 2 huge TVs. Okay, resale isn't massive for TVs, but there's 2 really good, decent TVs. They don't have the hassle of having to put on a wall, anything like that. Practically a brand new fridge freezer, a massive American fridge freezer, and then a washer and a heat pump condensing dryer. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop talking about that because it has riled me, to be honest. Really riled me. But yeah, so hopefully we can work out in our budget that we can ship stuff. I also think it would be really nice to ship stuff because this is our stuff. And I think once we're over there, obviously once we've got the cats, which should be fairly quickly, that's going to feel like home. And then just having some of what is in this house. I started watching a YouTuber recently who had her stuff arrive, and she broke down crying. She actually got really, really emotional. And she was saying, like, it just hit home and sealed in that this is where they were going to be living by having their stuff come over to Florida. And I think I'm going to need that. I think I need some of my own home comforts. Don't get me wrong, I am planning on spending shitloads when we're out there. Maybe not straight away because I might not have the money, but oh my gosh, are we going to be going home shopping together? Like, I can't wait. I cannot wait to have another blank canvas and work my magic on, because when I started this channel, we'd already moved in here and we'd already done so much to the house. Obviously you've seen little bits, but that is my forte. That is where I blossom, bloom, whatever you want to call it. I just love making a house a home and styling it, decorating, painting. Oh my gosh, that day I'm clinging on to, and it's worth not spending any money at the moment to have that in a not so distant future. Can't wait. So yeah, there is going to be so many American shopping hauls, house styling. Yeah, I'm going to be bringing you along for all of it. So do not think that I'm not going to be carrying on with my YouTube channel. I love YouTube. I cannot wait to bring you along for my Florida life. Yeah, can't wait. Just have to get the visas now. I say all of this and it's still at the back of my head. I keep thinking, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what if we don't get the visas? But we've got to think positive, right? Can't keep thinking negative. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Lots and lots of updates. A nice sit down, get ready with me video. My husband actually came in. I'd paused the video, but it's obviously made no difference to you. But he came in just to say he was going, because he's going on some, I think it's like a 50th birthday thing today, where they're going to watch rugby in Bath and then having a meal. But obviously I'm at work anyway. So yeah, he came in just to give me a kiss goodbye and say see you later. And he said, "Oh my gosh, your makeup looks amazing. Like, you look really, really lovely." I was like, "Oh, thank you." It's probably the ring light, like highlighting my face and making it look way nicer than what it is. Once that ring light's gone off, I'm just going to look dull again. I'm not, obviously. I do love a glowy makeup, like, I don't know. Glowy makeup is just to die for. And I just feel like it just makes you feel awake, put together, just a better version of your own skin, basically. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this kind of get ready with me, showing you a few of the products I'm using at the moment. My eye is still watering, buggering the crap out of me. And I really hope you've enjoyed listening to future plans, updates, and I will always try and do my best making content. And like I said before, if I can keep to my Thursday and Sunday uploads, I will, of course. But just bear with me, because I am a woman at the moment that's been spread in a lot of places, and there is only one of me, but it feels like there should be about 8 to 10 of me. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this and you've enjoyed listening to my plans. If you are already subscribed and you fancy following this journey, the move to Florida, then please subscribe. And if you are already supporting me, just honestly, thank you so much. You're all so lush, so lush. And I'm so lucky to have such wonderful people in my life that regularly comment and watch my videos. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, take care everyone, and I will see you really soon in my next video. Bye.